recognizes the danger and decides it is time to back up. Guma stepping pretty far forward. Hansama flashback, a sidestep, but Zeka's now on the way in. Abscond, just gonna get him with the chain lash, and first blood to the side of HLE.
Kanavi's here too,
But
now
HLE, you're right, they're not done yet. Pushing this wave and taking their sweet time, letting G2 stew in it. The flag, the drag, the knockout coming in from the stolen wild growth. Kanavi not even going to fall. Last breath. So have to be careful not to overcommit. Hans and LeBrock, man advantage, calling on to Hans from Guma is big. Getting a bit more damage down. Guma with the barrier, flashing away. Guma overconfident. Has to use both of his. Grubs are down. Zeka can steal Yunara. Oh, no, he has Syndra ultimate. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're not outplaying that one, buddy. You're not outplaying that one. Doesn't matter if Syndra casts it or Silas casts it. The outplay R button is not happening. LeBron running for his life. He wants to dodge his chain. He cannot.
The shield there, but LeBron going to fall too. Zeka is monster fed. Scatter the weak from Caps. Skumon to follow.
Because roams have been felt bottom lane, but Caps does have the CS lead to speak because of it.
Oh, flag drag. Quick flash back there. The golden egg is slow connects, but it might not matter too much. Hello. But now the Cataclysm lineup is there. Instantaneous polymorph. Nice wild growth on the Caps to try and turn it. Zeka hoping to find an angle for the kick. Only manages to disengage from Skumon as Lebrov keeps walking up. HLE, top lane, Broken Blade, moving up. Zeus had pushed the wave all the way in. Risky call from Zeus. Last breath to come through, but Kanavi already on the way. Oh, the wall to push it back! Zeus is just too damn clean. Broken Blade gonna try to dash his way through, but the ulti is G2. What are they getting back, Kobe?
Your friend just
wildly far ahead, as it were. 2K advantage for HLE, and this is so frustrating for G2. Broken Blade continuing to go all in on Zeus. He doesn't really have another option. Caps now coming up, gets on the other side of the wall. Last breath there, but unfortunately not on the other side of the wall where he needs to be. Reset into the egg. G2 should grab this kill, but Zeka now moving in. No way the Anivia manages to live. Broken Blade dashing through, the shutdown going to Caps, fight in the bottom lane. Ulti onto Hansama, the wild growth gives him an extra second. Guma overstepping! Shutdown from Skumon, extra healing now coming in. That's the Sundered Sky. Delight, the turn back, wants to get it onto Skumon. Kanavi, polymorph, down he goes! G2, an excellent fight in the bottom lane.
Hans is kind of moving here. I mean, even though he got shut down so much early on, pushed off of waves, Lebov gonna check here to interrupt the recall from Delight. But even with all of the early hindrance that Hansama had to face, able to get some back there, get a kill, and make his Kraken Slayer at the very least.
Enough, keep relatively healthy. Control Ward denying a bit of the vision there. Flag and drag, flash out from Hansama. Polymorph now, kick back onto Kanavi. He's gonna flash out as well. Guma marked up by the Sonic Wave. No resonating strike, and Zeka starting to come over the wall. Crucially, if Scott Abduct does not connect, but it might not matter. Wild Growth stolen away still by Kanavi as a double kill comes through for Guma. G2 were not ready for this fight. The knockup doesn't land on the Caps with the red buff, just keeping him in range. Lower and lower goes Kanavi, the Dark Sphere to finish the kill. Solo laners of G2 in the 2v3, hoping to make the difference. Flash out from Broken Blade, though. Leaves his mid laner to die. There's no other choice. He cannot save him.
They give the...
Zeus just canceling recall after recall after recall, knowing that no one on G2 is in a good position to threaten him here, and now having his entire team back him up as he basically just solo kills Hans.
Ooh, that was brutal right there.
Quickly turning into everybody's problem. As G2, the gold lead still okay, as now we see Last Breath in the bottom lane. Zeka going for the 1v1 of Scond Abduct will give him access for the Last Breath, but Zeus is here once again to save the day and just... What the heck? Just one taps.
Electrocuted!
He's still going! Anivia is a mobile champion in this man's hands! Lebrov also forced to flash out.
Zeus is kind of good.
Yeah, brother. This guy deserves to win Worlds, I think, maybe. Some would say.
I like to. You know, he's calling down the lightning, even when he's playing the Frost character who's got the electrocute. They're able to get that synergy as they drive this Herald right on in.
He's got every element ready to go. Kanavi, Zeka, okay. The 1v1 versus Caps. And that, I think, is...
Let's take a look. Okay, so HLE back on track with the Dragons, but really it's all about the hover this, Syndra, but HLE can do that too.
And that Coinbase gold grind just showing us that despite a 40 CS discrepancy, kills can more than make up for the differences. Lebrov has simply stepped too far forward. Didn't really burn much of anything to make that happen. Caps now in no man's land, a decent scatter as Skumon manages to kick Gumayushi out of the equation, but now Caps is in enemy territory. And may once again just be sacrificed. Kanavi puts him in the Thunderdome. The extra healing, and Caps just doesn't do enough damage to finish the kill. Breath of life there, and a culling to close as once again kills just being donated to Kuma.
Nice from Delight there. Keeps Kanavi up while they finish up their business in the top lane. And honestly, HLE don't look like they're dropping a game anytime soon at this tournament with how they're playing. Broken Blade in a brush though. What can they do?
Kuma. Q auto, another Q, dash through. If he gets the knock up, he can probably finish the kill. Flash away from Guma, given that respect. But Zeka's just solo killing Labrov. And now Broken Blade is dead. Oh gosh, yep, last breath, aptly named. That's the last breath he's gonna get. It's HLE obliterating G2. There's not a lot else to say. It's 16-5, it's a 7,000 gold lead. We're 20 minutes in. Human try to get one back, no! Zeus, just give him a crumb, please! Have mercy! Oh no, Caps is next. Oh no, Kobe!
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, he already got a pentakill on the champ.
But it feels different when they're playing against your representative, I will say. It hits a lot harder as Zeka just doesn't stop.
Hits hard.
Oh, he takes the Yasuo and he's doing better with it! Broken Blade's dead, Labrov running. Skewmon also has to get the hell out of there. Zeka turns back! He's got Scout, he's got a weak. They are desperate to finish off Zeka. They have so many members. Surely they can kill this mid laner, but Kuma's off to the side. They're being herded, knocked back into their own jungle as HLE just make a montage on the first seed of the LEC. Zeus didn't even arrive yet. Finally, the bird is here, but it's another double kill to Zeka.
HLE looking to get some revenge for Gen G and BFX at first stand. And they're gonna get it.
I don't know. Personally, I liked it more when BFX and Gen G were no. HLE terrifying. Skewmon praying on a 50-50. He's dead. Might get a kill, but he cannot steal this because they have the discipline to back away. And there's Zeka once more. Now legendary, insane dominance coming out for HLE. G2, this is their final stand. 1.7K. The objective will fall. Hansama off to the side. 4v5. G2 continue to walk up. Scuttlecrab plopped on top of Zeka's head. Broken Blade charging the Q. Ease through. Manages to find the last breath. Polymorph onto Zeka. They're getting a bit of space here. Hansama still standing. Ults looking to transcend. Zeka looking to stop it and distract. So the follow-up is there. Hits him with the Dragon's Rage. He's absconding. He's abducting. They finally kill the mid laner. But it looks like it's costing him the transitive property. Kobe, let's not go any deeper into that one. But again, you have a game 3. You have a chance to bounce back. The mental fortitude going to be necessary from the side of G2 Esports. As Skewmon looking to follow up on Kanavi. Good chunk to kick things off. The Wild Growth stolen. And once again, just fantastic setup. Kanavi still living. Broken Blade knocked up. That's the EQ flash to ensure they have the lockup there. Breath of life. No one is dropping down. Caps' own base is no longer safe.
I mean, that was like art. That was beautiful engage.
That's fantastic.
Caps versus Egg. He's gonna lose before the timer pull.
He can't do it.
The egg
can't
wins.
kill the egg. The egg won. Zeus is just TPing to a random
teleport
ward.
for the chase.
He knows. HLE even more dominant than game 1. Give no hope. Give no quarter. To the side of G2. They move on to match point. They're looking to clean sweep this series and remain undefeated at MSI.
All right, analysts, tell us your exchange. Looking for him. Kanavi around. It does get visual confirmation.
Delight also on the way up, but Labrov is here too. Level 3 to level 2. Q goes wide from Kanavi. That's a nice start for the side of G2. Broken Blade moving in to try and follow up a low health target. It's going to mean all that extra attack speed. Fear down. Delight down a level means he can't do a damn thing. He gets taken out as well. 2 quick kills on the top side for
G2 are on the board. Talk about those.
Ooh, Skewmon's still following. You're right. The aggressive early game favoring G2 so far. Kanavi wants to turn it back a bit. Q flash in, flash back from Caps. Lockup is there. The excessive force. He doesn't have enough time to proc it. Blinking health bar. Caps running 22 HP. He's still alive. It's Skewmon's here for the turn, but it's about to be 4 members of HLE in the mid lane. This is going bad for G2. Flash out to safety. Labrov hoping, praying for a hook into the tower. Living an extra moment. Zeus with a sundering slam to get one in return.
Get the push on the mid tower. At the very least, it's going to be turret plate money for Zeka.
Under the light.
Wait, they could trap Skumon. Zeka's coming on the way over.
Level 6 there for Kanavi.
Uh-oh.
Skumon, I don't think, ready for this fight. Easy follow-up now for Zeka. HLE first on the move. Skumon not anticipating the level 6.
That was a big question mark for me, was why are you walking in there when you don't have... from him. The hold on the Q, here we go.
Kanavi here too, Jaws of the Beast coming out, a bit of damage mitigation, but that Ignite does so much work. Ulti coming in from Gumayusi, but barrier there for Broken Blade to block. Now it's Delight in trouble, exhausted. Hansama looking if he can follow up, but the ulti goes completely awry as the re-engage is there from Kanavi. Cease and desist. No more cheesing in the top lane. HLE res. At this point, there was a glimmer of G2 early game looking dominant here, but HLE just responded much better, although now Delight the one in trouble. Realm Warp through, looks like Delight will just be sacrificed. You can see Zeka immediately pulling off that play.
5-game series. HLE though, they're gonna keep on stacking, and it's looking very good, aside from the very first
overloading the top side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna send.
That's the ulti going in for Zeus. LeBron now looking for a lockup in the meantime, taking out Delight. Zeus waiting on the tower, ulti in, perfectly timed charm, but the fate sealed to get away. Good reaction from Zeka to buffer. Ulti from Gumayusi connecting just on the frenzy. There's too much damage. HLE solo laner's doing a lot of work, but Zeus maybe over eager. Broken Blade with a blinking health bar. But supposedly that's his comfort zone. Hansama, I don't think so though.
Yeah, it's not a Seraphine comfort zone.
The flash Q, ulti in onto Hansama. Kanavi now looking for a bit more follow-up. Zeka needs to stack for the Q3. A few more seconds before he's forced to snap back on the Soul Unbound. And HLE in the extended fight still able to find an edge.
They find that edge.
Stepping in to that minefield, just the edge of Guma's ulti takes out about 60% of his HP, and that's 1.5 items on this Ziggs. It's only getting scarier the further we go in, but Broken Blade still hoping to force the 1v1. Needs to get Zeus lower. That's the ulti. Infinite Duress now coming in the extended play. Warwick can do a lot of work, but Zeus might win the 1v1 before even it gets there. Gumayusi TP's in just to say nice job.
Is destroying everything he sees, and he can just...
Not confident in where Delight is, just makes it really hard for them to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and we knew from the beginning, this is gonna be a bloody and scrappy game with G2 trying to play into this plan. They're gonna go for the fight.
Instantaneous TP, Herald summon just in case they want an escape route. That's ulti going in from Delight. Nice knockback from Skumon to break the Hextech ultimatum. G2 though, the Drake is up and they can't up into HLE would be a death sentence.
It certainly did. Wait, they're on the attack.
Delight, locked up. Hookshot wall dive, not connecting. Able to find a bit more damage here. As the response from Guma is to take half those health bars. Immediate TP coming in from Zeka, but he's exhausted. Follow-up CC now going to Kanavi, rise to the fight. They're just rolling into G2, and it is not working out. 2 quick kills picked up by G2, but HLE continue to approach.
See, Warwick is exciting. He snipes him. Warwick ultimate hit.
Ulti, Zeka, or Zeus straight into the backline. Zeka already dead. Kanavi looking to clean up. Broken Blade finds Gumayusi on the side. He'll take him down, but top jungle from HLE is tearing through the fight. Skumon, blinking health bar. Broken Blade, a little bit extra sustain coming in. The Eternal Hunger, stacking him up, but a little bit more burst from Zeus should just finish the job. He's too far behind to pull ahead in the 2v1.
Terrifying you, and I would accept that story.
Yeah, I'm scared of all of them. Delight is 1-4-3, and I'm terrified of Delight. As it looks like Zeus might want to be a little bit terrified of G2. He gets a lot of done there, but it might cost
Baron. I mean, it's just gone. They accepted this play. G2 make the call. We're going to make an overload. We're going to try and get a kill onto Zeus. They do get that. They shut down Zeus. It is at the cost of the Baron, though.
Immediately follow up to keep that CC train going. You in from Broken Blade, hoping to pick off Delight. Gumayusi isolated off to the side. Gonna get deleted before the fight even starts. Now Kanavi wants to turn it back. The Collapse is already moving first. Zeus finally arriving, as is Zeka. Eyes on the fate sealed. The combo of ultimates, but Zeka immediately going to get exhausted. G2, 4 members strong, barreling towards Zeus, looking to deny the soul.
They do it! Zeus now running for his life, and he can't run at all!
Rooted, Delight can't re-enter the fight. The only option left for HLE is to have Zeka push mid. It's scrappy, it's messy, but it's G2 who take the exchange.
They have to fight their way out. That's the only option.
If you think they might fight you, just hit them. Yeah. Hit them right in the face, hit them fast. Well, that's Delight's plan. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's gonna get the stun. Zeka, immediate lockup from LeBron, denying him on the side. Zeka,
looks good.
QSS out. G2, quick pick on the Delight. Really
They're going to go for a dive here, baby. Look at this. Circling around both sides.
Brav on the side, hoping to lock up Guma. Winds become lightning, does connect, but the satchel charge is still up and available. Labrav zoning them away, does get called out by Zayas. Excellent ulti on the public execution. Support's down on both sides, but it's 3 seconds until Delight is back up and active on the map. Kanavi debating, can he force the ulti? Caps goes golden with the Zanyas, buys a second. Instantaneous follow-up is there, and the encore, not enough for Hansama. Instead, it's an encore for HLE. They want more kills, more violence, more action. This time, they're the ones punching first, and luckily for G2, they've got enough distance that they're going to be able to walk this one off.
The problem is G2 punched the wall. If you hit a turret with your fist, that's going to hurt. Didn't say they were going to go for the dive. Didn't say it was going to be good. And HLE punished them. The damage there. Guma chases them.
Quick. Going to retreat there from the tier 2. A little bit confident just to even walk up, but of course there's no... Almost got out there. Did go to punch first. Again, you highlighted, punched the wall. There was a stud in the wall. Now there's a Zayas in the jungle, however, and there's not really a lot Skumon can do. Flash in from Labrav, gets the flash out from Guma. G2 not certain if they want to keep playing for this. Zeka zoning them away with the fate sealed. Ulti's traded. Zayas, Skumon re-engage. Instantaneous encore, hoping to burn through the Embez Hellpart. Broken Blade with the fear in the backline to stop the instantaneous follow-up. But Guma still gets the ulti down. Kanavi versus Caps. 1v1, gets a second of relief, but Zeka is already here. Flash away from Caps is simply not enough. But Skumon, Warwick beside him. Broken Blade still living for too damn long. The magic damage gone, and this wolf is tearing through, baby.
That is a European Warwick right there. Broken Blade. Warwick just has to auto.
Laughter from Rodrigo. Realm Warp into the backline. Instantaneous fit fight. Encore across the entire team. Caps getting lower. Delight slow off to the side. Crucially, Guma is down. G2 holding on, but Kanavi and Zayas stay strong. This time around, it is not going their way. HLE happy to turn this one. Hansama running, but surely there is no way out. The buy, the Camille, the Ambessa, not even needed. G2 sent packing. A freeze frame, but it does not mean a damn thing. Especially for Guma, who also now the Zanya's ready just to stop
their vision control.
G2 ignoring bot lane. If they lose this fight, Guma TP's bot and the game is over. It's all on this. 8K, objective getting lower. Skumon ready to go over the wall, but they cannot walk through the minefield to force the 5v5. 50% HP on so many members, and there's not even a fight breaking out yet. Zeka over the wall, locking up Skumon. Zayas to follow. Down goes the jungler. Turn back, though. Onto the light, hoping to get something else. Gumayushi is dead. G2 fighting into enemy territory on HLE. Multi-man lockup. Hansama and Caps have to make the difference, but the divers are too damn strong. Zayas once again gets the double. Zeka to finish it. HLE closing it out with confidence.
They knew they had the upper hand. They forced the Baron. They forced G2 to walk to them. And now HLE are going to walk into their base.
HLE, a confident victory lap. G2 got scrappy. They found some fights. They brought it back. But HLE so consistently performing better, making the most of their divers and punishing the mistakes of G2 Esports in this first game. The Warwick started rough. It got really good, but it wasn't enough with HLE itemizing the healing reduction, never giving him a chance to make the impact he was looking for. G2 sent back to the drawing board as HLE draw first blood in this best-of-5 series. But first, they got to play with their food a bit.
I respect it. G2 trying to play into that HLE.
They want to stop this wave from going in as Hansama shifts forward. Flash. Not ideal, but that's a blinking health bar on Delight. The follow-up just isn't there. But Skumon moving down, has a flash of his own. Fakes that he's going to go in on the clone, stepping on the trap from Labrav, not going to cost him. Call the pack might, though. Kanavi goes in, looking to land both the daggers. First blood to the side of HLE. The stun landing because he uses the clone. Delight able to lock them up, stop the follow-up, and now it's Hansama. Flash forward from Guma. Doesn't quite have the range.
Turning your back.
Ulti in the top lane, coming in from Kanavi, though. Drops the tower aggro, flash out coming in from Zayas. Easy kill pickup for HLE.
Kanavi, and they're pinging assist pings down there too. They've got Bard.
Oh, here come the boys. They know no flash, no
look
exhaust.
Look at the mini-map, bottom lane, bottom lane.
That's a Voltaic Cyclo Sword. They're gonna give the kill to Guma, but Kanavi's there just in case. G2 running out of space to play in their individual lanes. Broken Blade 0-2 once again. Goes down anyway. Just makes the follow-up dive that much easier. Now the tower taken out of the equation. Kanavi, remember, incredibly fed. He's stunned, but it might not matter. Double Dark and Dagger's about to come out. A little bit more healing, but no. G2 with the tower empowering them are at least able to grab that shutdown. Crucially, going to Caps as he's able to. Caps getting the kill back is nice, but Broken Blade, you know, 5 seconds is all you got once you lock that gold card in, and then immediate engage comes in from Zeka. One more auto, just eats the stun and takes Broken Blade's life.
Zeka is on one, man. He's solo killed both of your solo laners now. And
yes, he has.
Broken Blade is kind of homeless at the moment.
That he is.
Broken Blade couldn't handle the. Well, we got an actual fight on our screen.
Potentially, Kanavi is still very squishy despite having the Voltaic Cyclone Sword. Skewmon flash in, immediate Cyclone. Good reaction coming out from Kanavi. Skewmon just can't get anything. Instead, turning back onto Gumushi. One more stack on the Cyclone. Spinning as fast as he can towards that Caitlyn. But the berry is there, and down they go. And now Kanavi, he smells weakness. And he's quick to punish. Getting the kill on Hans as well, and Lebrov is just not enough to turn. He's running for his life, using that extra bit of movement speed, and
he's going down for the Ezreal kill bot lane.
Zayas going for the 1v1, looking to burn down Hans Sama. Electro Offense hitting, overheat coming in. Hans Sama forced to flash away. It's a split fight, though. Zayas quick to finish on Hans Sama as we turn our attention to the top side. Delight finds the disengage. Broken Blade finally gets here. Kanavi, not sure if he has the call of the pack. Taking his time on the double daggers, and Broken Blade just getting deleted. Ulti in, not enough time to lock a gold card. Kanavi gets the reset, he'll get a shield when he ults again. Skewmon hoping to get one back. Healing coming from the Dark and Daggers. They finally take down Kanavi, but it looks like it's costing him everything because Guma's the fed one, and he's raining hell down onto Caps. Triple kill for Guma Yushi. Credit to HLE, right? Oh, hold that thought. Delight caught out. They're going to try to one-shot this Bard. Lockup is there. Miasma as well. Nice shutdown to get things off, but Kanavi instantly turns back. Looking to pick up Hansama as well. Call the pack. Not going to be necessary. Eviscerate to get him over the wall. Sidestep on the True Shot Barrage as Gumyushi's just 1v1ing the Wukong. Zeka goes in to kill him. G2 just have no space. They're getting danced around. Cannot nerf Zayas as much as they have nerfed Rumble. Go in, gold card. Zayas overheating in Broken Blade's face. Might still be able to grab a kill, just barely surviving. Nice pick for G2. What will it cost them on the other side of the map? HLE descending on mid lane. Kanavi, ulti not there yet, but he's got a Rift Herald in his back pocket, and more than happy to use it to break down that mid lane tier 2. Flash out from Lebrov. Skewmon retreating. True Shot Barrage hits the camp, but the tower finally going to fall, and Broken Blade still hasn't had a chance to recall. The tournament favorites. And while optimism for G2 was there to be the team that could contest, that could fight their way in the top 4, just...
Oh, but you can because it's fun.
But you can because it's fun, and they might, because that's a 7-stack Magi's on Zeka. It's fun. Hey! Brother of Delight, not enough to save Lebrov. However, he will still die, and now the resets are coming in. Naka from the Cyclone, and the clone is nice from Skewmon, but it might not matter. Red carpet laid down for Broken Blade, looking to send him back to the fountain, and Caps cannot get the snake body in front of that bullet in time. Hoping to take down Kanavi, but stepping into 3 members of HLE who flash on him. Instant McHale's to stop the CC from coming through. Hansama now retreating, and they're just getting run down. G2 zoned away, forced back. That's before Guma even started auto attacking. You can see a third of Hansama's HP just disappears in the blink of an eye.
Goal on killing a single individual. Ideally, you know, you'd love to kill Guma to get the giant bounty. Well, never mind, we're under attack.
Caps is the goal. Caps is the individual for HLE. Lockup is there, he's about to fall. Lebrov getting lower and lower. Broken Blade is finally here, but it's a red card. He's hoping we can play football rules. He can get him kicked off the rift, but he absolutely cannot. They've exhausted Kanavi. Lebrov just barely. That one, the Caitlyn damage is continuing to get higher and higher.
Yeah, the Guma autos on Broken Blade were
of this G2 team, but you just can't dance around this. There is no storyline. There is nothing we can say that will make this any less one-sided. Nice engage coming in for HLE. Bit of a stop juke coming out. No, they just already killed him. It wasn't a stop juke. That's my bad.
I like it. Yeah, it's because the camera panned down, right?
Yep. I was like, ooh, he got him. He got him with the stop juke. No, he's just already dead. Oh my gosh, Gumyushi.
So, how far? I mean, okay, you already talked about HLE and BLG thus far. Of course, we'll definitely have to wait and see how it progresses, but Baron's going to go down as is.
Another trap about to go down. Chain CC. McHale's there. Caps running. Zeka chasing. Distortion in. A little bit more damage as Caps does what he can to fire back. The gold lead continues to grow. Red Bull Baron power play. Already been.
You know, Western teams are going to get smashed by an LCK team, especially, you know, one as good as this. And it is important for the length of a tournament to continue to trust your team and not let it break you, okay?
100%.
This is not an elimination series. You still have tournament left to play. Although, you probably don't have much of this series left to play.
No, probably not. Ulti onto Hansama starting to walk away. Ace in the hole, body blocked by Skewmon. Brokenblade has a gold card this time. Yellow, hoping to take him out of this particular play. Oh, the Coinbase gold grind, yes, thank you. Wanted to review, shout out to Coinbase, obviously, much love to our sponsors, but poorly timed. We know we're getting just completely, absolutely Goomba stomped. Capsize up the ulti, Q flash in goes in from Delight. Skewmon's gonna spin amongst 3 people, but he's just serving himself up on a silver platter.
Round up into gold.
Yep, and it is. HLE continuing their dominance, not gonna risk anything on this closeout. They wanna stay in this game as Kanavi's gonna survive that true shot barrage. There's insult, there's injury, and there's the addition of whatever the heck this is Brokenblade is also going in.
Oh, Zeus
goes
man.
through. Oh.
Too good. They roast him up. They're gonna go for more. Okay, not done.
Zeka still living, goes back, shut down on a little block. That's the 1 kill.
Another huge kill for G2 to cut the lead down to 14,000.
See that team in that peak form again. Some people will argue that that's what happened to top esports. And I hope for the sake of G2 that this is not the end of their tournament. This is not the end of them playing at their best level. Even if we don't get to see that best level here, because obviously they're down 14,000 gold. The tower's taken out of the equation. HLE caught finding out. Zeus on a rampage. Caps hoping to get another kill. Yushi running. Brokenblade with a gold card. Can we get one more kill?
Oh my God! My God!
HLE
That is not a
undefeated
peacemaker.
in the first series. It's not a peacemaker. That's a kill maker right there. That is a surface-to-air missile strapped to Gumyushi's hands. He has taken people out. Okay, Hansama gets one back. A little bit of panacea for the pain that HLE have caused. HLE remain undefeated, waiting to see if it'll be BLG or Lion facing them at the top